Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. After a week off, we are back with some Cedar Ridge High School football. Joining me, as always, on our Vype Live pregame show is head coach of the Raiders, Brian Vardaman. Of course, I'm Tyler Feldman. Coming up in just a little bit after this pregame show, the final game of the first season of Cedar Ridge football under the tutelage of Brian Vardaman. Coach, final game against Manor coming up in just a bit on the road at Manor. What are your thoughts going into this final game of the regular season?
Yeah, no, a lot of emotions. I mean, our guys are excited about it. Manor, I told our guys, our opponent every week, regardless of who we're playing, our approach never changes, and you can't get caught up in looking at what their record is. And we understand, where they're at in their season. But for our guys, our approach cannot change whether we're playing Vandergrift, Round Rock, Manor, Hutto, it doesn't matter. And so I took that approach with our guys. A lot of great energy this week in practice, and no doubt they have our attention in tonight's game because they do have some really good players and some dynamic guys that can, you miss a tackle, you not get lined up right, they can make you pay for it, and so they have our full attention in tonight's game.
It's a winless Manor Mustangs team taking on the 4-5 Raiders. A chance to finish the season at 500, coach. And you look at where this program has been at in recent years, a combined 5 wins total over the last 2 seasons. You come in and have a chance to combine that in your first season. Can you speak to the growth that you've been able to accomplish at year one with Cedar Ridge football?
Yeah, no, we're excited about that. Obviously goals that we set for ourselves are playing for gold footballs, and you can look back in this season and a couple different games and 3 or 4 plays and we're staring at, getting ready for a playoff run after this. And so that leads us to where we're at now. And, after tonight, we'd like to finish 5-5, and no doubt doubling those wins from the last couple of years is really important to us, and carrying that momentum with us into the offseason, and feel really good about the direction this program's headed. And we're excited about that. And our guys have, that was really important to them and our seniors, and getting this thing back on track to where they know Cedar Ridge football can be. And so I'm really proud of them and what they've meant to this program.
Speaking of the senior class, the final game for these seniors, you've got a number of talented guys graduated, including Noah Devonish, Christian Hall. Those two guys, at least on the offensive side of the ball, come to mind. A number of guys defensively. What has this senior class meant to you in year one at Cedar Ridge?
Yeah, we talked in our team meeting about that a lot, and just them, and when we have successful programs here, it's going to be because of them, and it's on the successes that they had, and that's something special. And I told them that means a lot to me as a first year head coach here at Cedar Ridge, and their leadership and their guidance, and them buying in and getting these younger guys to understand what it takes to go win, because it's tough, and no matter who your opponent is, it's tough every Friday to go out there and get a win. And for those guys to come back and lay that foundation, no doubt we're going to see the fruits of their labor are going to be shown here in the seasons to come.
I'm just glad we get one more game of Noah Devonish
Yeah.
and Christian Hall. Devonish eclipsing 1,000 yards on the ground in that crazy victory that we're going to talk about in just a second. He's got 10 rushing touchdowns this season, 1,079 rushing yards, and then Christian Hall leading the team in receiving, nearly 600 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. We've got to go back since you were off last week. A nice bye,
Yeah.
and then ending the season here tonight against Manor. A crazy 38-35 win over McNeil. I need to hear your thoughts, because the people have probably heard your thoughts in your circle on your team, but from a broadcasting standpoint, we don't have record of those thoughts. So I just want to know what you saw, your initial feelings on the field, and then inside the locker room in the week after.
Yeah, no, I mean, just a wild ride of a game, and our guys, it was back and forth early in the game, and I just felt like, man, if they go up 2 possessions on us, that it's going to be difficult for us. And they got up 35-28, and so with about 4 minutes left, so I'll kind of fast forward the back and forth and what happened during that game in the first 3 quarters. We get to the last 4 minutes of that game, and it's 35-28, and we're moving the football pretty good. And obviously Cooper Togus is been just a weapon for us there in special teams. And gosh, what just such a talented young man. And we knew he had the leg for it. And I'm like, man, let's go kick this field goal. Let's get it 35-31. We got all 3 timeouts, got the 2-minute warning. I mean, no doubt we'll go out and get a stop on defense, get the ball back, and, drive down and go win. And so these are all the things that I'm thinking of in that moment. And of course, they throw a flag, and I'm like, what is going on? And they never reset the play clock. And so they saw the play clock go down. Well, they're like, well, it's a delay of game penalty. And I'm out there talking to the officials, which they did an outstanding job. I know usually you hear about officials on the other side of that from coaches and in press conferences and things and interviews, but they did a great job of coming together and talking about that. And they never reset the play clock. And so we got a free kick, which I thought we made it, which is why I was really upset. But then the guy was like, Coach, you guys missed that wide left. I'm like, oh God. All right. So reset, and Cooper refocused, and, they replay the down, and of course he drills it. And, we go up 35-31, like I said, about 4 minutes left to go, and we kick off. And then,
just to cut in here before you go to the end of this game, it was still a 50-yard field goal, right?
Yes.
We were confused, because then I thought maybe it was a 55-yard field goal. And so when Togus kicked it and it went through the second time, I didn't say how far it was because I wasn't sure. Because on the radio broadcast, we don't have a feed of the referees, and I didn't know what happened. So I didn't want to say the wrong thing. Crazy. All right. Continue.
It would have backed us up. Yeah. So, but I think it still would have been good from 55, but nevertheless, he drilled the 50. And so we go down and kick the ball off, and I'm like, all right, 4 minutes, 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning. We got this. And of course they've got some special players on offense for them too. And, that have put them in a position to make a playoff run as well at McNeil, and they just start bleeding the clock, and it's just, man, we cannot get a stop, and they get it past midfield, and the clock's just ticking, and I'm trying to use our timeouts specifically as best as I can or say strategically, to try to manipulate it and get as much time left if we can get a stop. And sure enough, they got it to 3rd down, and then a little bad snap, and we get them to 4th and long. And you look up, and there's 27 seconds left, and I'm like, man, what are they going to do? Are they going to try to go for it? Are they going to send the field goal team? Because they have a good kicker as well. And which, even if he makes the kick, we still got time on the clock, and we can go down and try to score to tie it up. And so, they line up to kick it. We're holding our breath, and sure enough, he goes to kick it, and he goes right off the upright and falls down. And we're like, man, we got a chance. No timeouts, 70 yards, 27 seconds left on the clock. But again, those guys you named earlier, Christian Hall and Noah Devonish, guys like that who are very special players at any given moment can be game breakers and take it all the way to the house. And, Coach Leonard, man, they dialed up the hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder, man, was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, Snoga on a dime. It was fantastic.
Yeah, they executed it, flawlessly. And of course, to Jake, and then pitching it back to Christian, and he's just dynamic, and he took it right up the sideline. And man, it was right down into the red zone. And then we got Trent Bell, one of our sophomores. We talk about, how good he's been on defense for us, but he's also a special player on offense. And, we ran a little comeback route, about a 12-yard comeback route. And, we were out of timeouts. And so he caught it, got out of bounds with about, I think, 8 seconds left.
Perfect throw to get out of bounds too. And I'm like, here we go. Come on.
Yeah, Dylan threw a great ball. Trent caught it, got out of bounds real quick, just kind of toe tapped it. And then they called timeout, which gave us some time to kind of think about a play. And Coach Leonard, they're drawing stuff up on the sideline and talking about it. And
he drew it up on like a sheet of paper.
Yeah, he did, man. We had that thing on a sheet of paper, and we knew what we wanted. And with the defense that they were giving us in the matchups, and really that ball was meant to go to Christian Hall. it sailed a little bit, and Jake, he kind of just corrected his route. He saw that, and he saw the ball a little overthrown, and he just lays out and makes the one-handed catch in the back of the end zone. And then I'm holding my breath because I'm like, well, man, did he trap it? Did it hit the ground? But the back judge, I mean, he signaled immediately touchdown. So he was right there to see everything. And it was, I mean, it was a great catch and great throw by Dylan, and to split the safeties. And man, the place was going nuts. They our sideline, that was loud on our side of the field. And that one thing I did notice, man, their fans were leaving because they thought they had the game won.
I mean,
they're running the clock
20,
out.
20
Yeah.
I think it was 23 seconds, 63 or 64 yards. You think the game's over, right? Not when
Yeah.
you're playing
Yeah.
Cedar Ridge football. What was that moment like from your lens for Jake McGill, for a senior like that
Yeah.
to come through?
Well, yeah, and that's what, and that was our senior night. And I talked to the guys at the end of the game. I said, man, our seniors on senior night, man, they showed up, and it really was a senior-led victory. I mean, just from the guys up front, from Cameron Asba, Isaac, Jake McGill, Noah Devonish, Christian Hall, those guys on offense there that just made some special plays there and leading us. And then, defensively, the Benny Sears and the guys in the back end, the Gabriel Cisneros, man, getting a big interception, and just the seniors showing up for us. Gentry, one of our safeties, he just another great senior that we're going to miss next season. And Cooper Togus, obviously kicking that field goal, and we wind up winning 38-35, and that made the difference for us. And just so seniors showing up and their last opportunity to play at the Palace in front of their home crowd, and they showed up in a big way. And it was great, man. It was a storybook, game for those seniors, and I was so proud of them and excited for them and our program and the direction it's heading.
Getting chills just listening to you walk through the play-by-play of what you saw through your vantage point on the sideline for that game. Without a doubt, one of the best high school football games, and I've been covering high school football for pretty much a decade. You're hard pressed to find a better game and a better win. So congratulations on that, Coach. Before I let you go tonight, before taking on the Mustangs on the road to wrap up the season, keys to victory against Manor. When you're looking at the film, what do you see from that team, and how do you just kind of get this one done tonight?
Yeah, for offensively, I mean, we got to feed those guys I just talked about. Our goal is to get Noah up and increase his yardage. We talked about he's just over 1,000 yards rushing. We want to increase that and get Christian Hall his touches as well, and just kind of ball control, take care of the football offensively, and try to score in bunches. And defensively, they've got a few guys, man, that at any given moment, you give them a crease, they're going to hit it and they can score because they're very explosive. And so we've got to be great tacklers defensively, got to get lined up and communicate. And just play assignment defense. And I know it sounds really simple, but that's what a lot of times that's the secret ingredients for great defense, is just getting lined up and having guys 11 hats running to the football and being great tacklers when they get to the point of attack. And so as long as we can limit the explosives and prevent that big play, I think we're going to have a good night tonight. And I'm excited to watch our guys play their last game together, and we're going to enjoy it.
It is Manor hosting Cedar Ridge tonight, coming up in just a little bit right here on Vype Live. Coach, before I let you go, I do need to thank you. Spending your time with me every week to preview every game, it means a lot to me, and I'm sure it means a lot to the community, sharing your insight. Very much appreciate you donating your time to do this every week.
Well, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate Vype, you, Tyler, and your crew, and it's been a great season. I look forward to next year already, and we're hoping to finish out on a great one tonight.
Me too. Thanks, Coach. That's head coach of the Cedar Ridge Raiders, Brian Vardaman. His first season wrapping up in charge of the Raiders. Coming up next, right here on Vype Live, it's the Raiders and Mustangs to wrap up this high school football season. We'll see you in just a bit. It is a perfect night for little Texas high school football, live from Mustang Stadium, just outside Austin, Texas. Welcome, everyone, to the final Friday night of the regular season right here on Vype Live, your home of the Raiders. And tonight it is the Cedar Ridge Raiders taking on the Manor Mustangs. Good evening, everyone. Tyler Feldman here with you alongside my good friend Kalen Hernandez. Week 11, the end of the road for Cedar Ridge, a chance to finish strong. The Raiders coming in with a 4-5 record, looking to get back to 500 as we are underway. A short kickoff fielded around the 5-yard line. And finally, breaking a couple tackles is Malachi Suh, getting out around the 30-yard line. And that is where the Raiders will get things going in the black helmets, white tops, purple numerals, black bottoms. The Mustangs, meanwhile, all red with the black numerals. Again, the Raiders coming in with the 4-5 record, looking to get back to that 500 mark and end this season on a high note. Meanwhile, across the field, it's the Mustangs 0-9 on the year, but it is senior night, which means they would love nothing more than to play spoiler and send their seniors out with the win. Hey, the band is loud, the crowd is ready, and we are about to get going here. First drive of this game, it's the Raiders on offense. Dylan Snoga flushed out of the pocket, and he is taken down out across the 35-yard line. So glad you're with us here tonight on Vype Live. Had a quick start here at Mustang Stadium. That is Tillman Subak in at quarterback. Second down and about 5 yards to go. Handoff goes to Noah Devenish, one of the top rushers in the entire state. Gets out around the outside. He's got speed. He stays in bounds, and he goes all the way for the touchdown. Noah Devenish, his 11th end zone visit of the year, and it's an early lead on the second play of the game for the Raiders. What a start for Cedar Ridge. Noah Devenish coming in, averaging 120 rushing yards a game as Cooper Togus' extra point is up and good. Just 50 seconds into this ball game. It is already a 7-0 lead on the Noah Devenish explosion of a run, about 70 yards for the touchdown. Goodness gracious. It could get ugly tonight again. Manor winless so far this season. They've given up 470 points this year compared to just scoring 93 points. It's quite lopsided. It's been an off year for these Mustangs. Usually one of the top teams, at least from a talent standpoint. We just haven't seen that this season. Meanwhile, Noah Devenish, Kalen, has just been fantastic. He came in with nearly 1,100 rushing yards. Well, now he's well over 1,100. His 11th rushing touchdown of the season. He's just been phenomenal.
Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the burst, the speed. We've seen so many times where he gets up that sideline, and that speed, man, it's unbelievable. And right there, I mean, just what a way for the Raiders to kick off this final game of the season.
Again, Noah Devenish exploding for the long touchdown run. Just 50 seconds into this ball game. 7-0 Raiders. As Togus' boot crashes into the end zone, painted in red, that Manor Mustang red. And we are out in Manor, Texas tonight. Wherever you may be watching from, we do appreciate it. Dealing with a little feedback on the audio side of things, but Kalen is hustling all around our beautiful perch here at Mustang Stadium to try and figure out what the deal is. Do appreciate your patience. It was an off week, a bye week last week for Cedar Ridge. So it's been 2 weeks since that thriller of a victory, 38-35 in their final home game of the season against McNeil, as the Mustangs, a little trickeration on their first offensive play of the game. And it's a big tackle defensively. Benny Sears, the captain, like Spider-Man on the field, all over the place.
What are those things over there? They're rolling.
A big theme for the Raiders' defense this season has been to stop the run. If he can force the offense to stop the run, it makes things easier for the secondary, for the entire linebacker unit. I mean, it's what Coach Vardaman really wants to establish early on.
Cam Huff, the handoff, and getting a good chunk of yardage for the first down. Is the running back for Manor. $10-10 left in this first quarter. Cam Huff has to throw it away on second down. An incomplete pass on second down. $10:04 left in this first quarter. Already 7-0 Raiders. Here's Cam Huff, the senior quarterback. Quick handoff. Brody Carraz tried to bring him down. It's Teron House, and House gets across midfield. Close to the first down marker. We'll spot him at the 48. Inside Raider territory.
Hey, no. Why is it going so fast? It's going so fast.
Third down and short for the Mustangs. Andre Terry shifting his way across the 45. Down at the 43-yard line.
Mustangs moving the chains right now. Establishing a run. Playing at a tempo.
3 minutes into this ball game. Mustangs are driving. Here's Cam Huff. Empty set. He's got 5 receivers. 9 minutes and counting in this opening quarter here at Mustang Stadium. Play action. Keeps it himself and gets tripped up. Powers Wallace is there.
Go.
See that sound? on
Okay.
one.
All right. It's back.
Welcome back. Do apologize for the audio issues. We're trying to get it figured out here. What would be week 11 of this high school football season without some technical difficulties? We do appreciate your patience as we figured things out. 6:57 remaining in this first quarter. Again, so glad you're with us tonight and sticking with us tonight. Tyler Feldman alongside Kalen Hernandez. Game number 10 for these Brian Vardaman-led Raiders. His first season as head coach, coming down from the Dallas Metroplex after more than a dozen years as a defensive coordinator 3 hours north. Mustangs driving, though. 2nd and goal. Here's Huff. Leaves it for Terry, and Terry bulldozes his way for a few yards out of bounds near side. Sets up a 3rd down and about 6 yards to go. Terry from the shotgun on the right hip of Huff. Here's Huff. Play action. Oh, man, what a play call. And it's a touchdown for the Mustangs. A big boy touchdown. Caden Sane, the senior tight end, his first touchdown of the senior on senior night. And the Mustangs drive all the way downfield, Kalen, after seeing the Raiders take just 2 plays to find the end zone. A really nice drive by the Mustangs.
Exactly as you say. I mean, like I said, despite being winless this season, they're going to show heart. They're not going to go out easy. They're not going to make it easy for the Raiders. And right there, what a response on senior night on homecoming.
Xavier Weaver's extra point is up and good. And so with 6:42 remaining here in the first quarter, the score, Raiders 7, Mustangs 7. We'll be right back with the kickoff right here on Vype Live. Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. So already a very active opening quarter. 1 drive for the Raiders, 1 touchdown, 1 drive for the Mustangs, 1 touchdown. It is 7-all with 6:42 to go here in this opening quarter. Again, it was a long Noah Devonish touchdown run to give the Raiders the lead to start this game as that kick trickles out of bounds for the penalty. And then the Mustangs drive all the way downfield. They really manufactured a fantastic end-to-end drive, ending with a touchdown pass from Cam Huff to the tight end, Caden Sane. And so that means we are tied at 7 with 6:42 left in this opening quarter. Again, Tyler Feldman alongside Kalen Hernandez Final game of the season for the Raiders. They needed some things to shake out last week when they were off. The teams that needed to lose ended up winning, and so playoff hopes shot. But this is a game, Kalen, where you can really end the season on a high note and go into year 2 under Brian Vardaman with the right energy, especially going into summer ball, because he hasn't even been with Cedar Ridge for an entire year yet. So instead of taking the ball at a closer distance, Manor will re-kick from farther away. Ball placed at the 35-yard line. Back to return, Trent Bell and Therese Harrison. Two dynamic guys and weapons for this Matt Leonard-led offense. Harrison steps up, has to step back to retrieve it around the 3-yard line. He has speed and he has room. Makes one man miss at the 30, across midfield. And finally, he is dragged down around the 40-yard line. Therese Harrison, you, sir, are the man. About 60 yards on that return, setting up fantastic field position for this Cedar Ridge offense. As you notice, the offensive line anchored by Cameron Aspra and Christian Hughes. They've done a great job all season long. Here's Subak. No, that's Snoga now. One time I'll get it right. And it's Devenish. No one can take him down. From the 42 all the way to the 25. A 17-yard run, and Snoga and this offense for the Raiders going no huddle. 6:15 and counting. Snoga back to Devenish. He cuts right, then cuts back inside. He has a seam, and he is gone. 25-yard house call. Noah Devenish, his second rushing touchdown of the quarter. Just 6 minutes into this ball game, and Devenish has the Raiders back out in front.
What a way for Noah Devenish to keep his balance right there. I mean, cuts up the field. You think he's just about to trip, loses footing, and gains another burst of speed. And after this PAT, likely 14-7 Raiders.
Cooper Togus, the senior kicker for the Raiders, he has been automatic, and he has shown off that leg time and time again this season. Extra point is up. Extra point is good on a perfect night. A warm fall night here in Central Texas. Manor, Texas. 6:06 left on this first quarter clock. It's the Raiders 14. It is the Mustangs 7. We'll be right back here on Vype Live.
Okay, halftime issue. We'll do that.
All right, welcome back to Mustang Stadium on a warm but comfortable Friday night in Manor, Texas, as Togus' kick trickles into the end zone and out of the back, so it'll be a touchback, and the Mustangs will have another chance to get things going. Again, this has been a weird season for the Manor Mustangs, and it's just unfamiliar territory in my time here in Central Texas covering high school football in the Austin area. You usually don't see a James Keller-led team really struggle like this. Numbers are certainly down, banged up and battered. They've had some injuries that they've dealt with, but teams have just had their way with the Mustangs this season. It is senior night. We got to see some of the senior auxiliary members of this high school football experience get honored pregame. 6:06 left in this first quarter. Last week, Manor falling to McNeil 42-21 as Cam Huff play action over the middle. Ball is snagged. Jaden ciphers his way through this Raiders defense for the first down.
A nice strike up the middle, finds the seam, and again, Mustangs, they're finding a rhythm early, keeping some fight in them.
So 5:50 and counting on this first quarter clock. It's first down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Caden Sane in motion. Right to left. Andre Terry also in motion. He takes the rock, and Powers Wallace is there and finally drags him down around the 41-yard line. So a lot of effort for about 2 yards for Terry. Terry, just a sophomore, one of the top runners on this Mustang squad. Nearly 800 rushing yards coming into this ball game. And then also, from a receiving standpoint, averaging about 22 receiving yards a game. 5 minutes left on this first quarter clock. It's a 14-7 lead for the Raiders thanks to 2 Noah Devonish touchdown runs. Here's Cam Huff, the senior quarterback. Throws it to Sane. Sane, hard to bring down, finally gets pushed down around the 46-yard line. Benny Sears and company there. Trent Bell as well. That is a big boy to bring down. Sets up a third and about 3 yards to go. Handoff. Terry, flag, and a big tackle on third down. Trent Bell, but hold on. A flag in the secondary. Let's see what they whistle. I didn't see anything off the snap. Face mask. We're close. We're not that close. Hard to see from up here in the broadcast booth. So a personal foul, 15-yard penalty, will put the Mustangs deeper into Raider territory. Ball placed at the 39-yard line. So a big mistake on third down for this Raiders defense. Sets up a 1st and 10 from the 39. Here we go. Cam Huff, a little pitch, and it's fumbled. Who's got it? Oh, it's the Raiders. Jalen Hamilton, the UTEP commit, and a big turnover by the Raiders defense. That is certainly the chance you take on a pitch like that. Ball hits the ground. It couldn't get corralled offensively by Manor, and the Raiders will take over now at midfield.
And it's plays like that that clearly display why he's a UTEP commit. I mean, punches that ball out, gives his team the football right at midfield, and watch out, here comes the Raiders.
So the first turnover of this ball game, it's an empty set now for Dylan Snoga and this Raiders offense on a 1st and 10 from the 50. Low snap, and Snoga just has to jump on it, so a loss of 5 on the low snap. Andres Torres there at the center position. Isaac Elliott on the line as well tonight. There's Cameron Asper sporting 77. It's Noah Devonish on the right hip of Snoga. There's a flag, and the whistles blow as well. They'll stop this play dead. False start on the offense. Moving back 5 yards. Caleb Phillips on that outside right guard position. So it's a 2nd and long for this Raiders offense. Snoga leaves it for Devenish up the gut. Makes one man miss. He's across midfield. 40, 30. Jake McGill in front blocking. 10, 5. Touchdown. Noah Devenish. Are you serious? His 3rd touchdown of this first quarter, and it's all Raiders early.
Oh, man, Noah Devenish on an absolute heater. I mean, at this point, feels like anytime he's touching the rock tonight, he can take it to the house. And, wow, like I said, what a way for him to keep his balance. It always looks like he's about to fall victim to the turf monster. And, nope, another 6 points for the Raiders.
We'll see how much they use Devenish tonight, the senior running back. This is his last football game in high school. So Devenish came in with 10 rushing touchdowns on the season, averaging 120 rushing yards a game. I'm pretty sure we don't have a statistician. They're not putting stats on the scoreboard tonight, but I'm pretty sure he's already eclipsed his average, and he now has 13 total touchdowns on the ground this season. So it's Noah Devenish, 18, Cooper Togus, 3, Mustangs 7 here with 2:43 left in this opening quarter. Kalen, this is just what you come to expect from a runner like Noah Devenish. Special.
Exactly, yeah. But that's the best word to describe him, special. I mean, he's kind of a do-it-all back. You ask him to go block. You ask him to go catch. You ask him to score a 50-yard touchdown. I mean, this kid will do whatever it takes. He will run through a brick wall for any future potential coach for him.
And you have to credit the offensive line because the space that he has had to run the football tonight has been outstanding. Just all-around domination on the ground so far tonight for this Cedar Ridge offense.
You know, Matt Leonard likes to see that push from the offensive line. If Snoga can establish a run game, he will cook as well.
Just a little Friday night barbecue here in Manor. As Knox Edmonds. No, that's Cooper Togus. We'll get to Knox in a little bit if we see him. Manor gets that football out around the 25-yard line. That's where they will take over. A lot of action so far early in this one. A 21-7 lead, 2:38 to go here in this opening quarter. So glad you're with us here on Vype Live. He's Kalen Hernandez. I'm Tyler Feldman. It's been an active evening as well for us here in the broadcast booth. We're having issues with our crowd mic, so we've stripped the crowd mic right now. If you want a little inside broadcasting, it was providing some feedback that just was not savory and digestible. So if you don't hear the crowd, my apologies, but it's better than the feedback that you were hearing when the crowd mic was plugged in. That might be a halftime adjustment that we need to make here on the broadcast. As the Mustangs, Cam Huff, crosses the 30-yard line, a gain of about 5 on that first down keeper. Jalen Hamilton there, again, the senior, committed to UTEP. He's been all over the field this season for these Raiders. Sets up a 2nd down. And about 5 to go for these Mustangs. .155 and counting here in this first quarter. 21-7 lead for the Raiders. Handoff. It goes to the big boy. Across the 45. Down around the 46-yard line. That's the sophomore running back, Teron House, making sure people remember, hey, Devenish may have made this his house already, but it's our house, actually.
Absolutely, yeah. They're trying not to let this game slip away again, you know, on a homecoming night, last game of the season, trying to end the season on a positive note. You know, the Mustangs are going to give it all they got.
It was interesting having a conversation with head coach Brian Vardaman earlier this week. After this season, every 2 years, there's redistricting. So that's in store for the Cedar Ridge Raiders. It'll be interesting to see where the Round Rock schools end up. Big tackle there by Josh Gentry, the senior. I mean, this is a defense that is very senior heavy.
Interesting.
All right, ball's on the ground. Who has it? Mustangs recover, but not before Matthew McMillan made Cam Huff pay a price. A near second turnover, second fumble of this first quarter for the Mustangs. Luckily, if you're a Manor Mustangs fan, you keep it. Huff able to recover. And that'll be the final play of this first quarter. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the second quarter, 12 minutes down, 36 to go here. In Manor, it's the Mustangs 7. It's the Raiders 21. You're watching Cedar Ridge football right here on Vype Live. Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. 12 minutes down, it's been all Raiders offensively. Noah Devonish with 3 touchdowns, 1 from 25 yards out. End-to-end, a couple long touchdown runs as well. So Noah Devonish now with 13 rushing touchdowns during his senior season. He is one special back. And, Kalen, that's the story right now. It's all Noah Devonish tonight.
All Noah Devonish. If you missed that first quarter, you missed an action-packed first quarter from Devonish, a player most fantasy owners would be happy to have on the roster tonight.
Huff has to step back. Nearly intercepted. Sears tipped it, and Gentry nearly had it. Gotta love seeing that hair flow out of the helmet of Josh Gentry. He's flowing all over the place in this one. And, gosh, this Cedar Ridge defense, after giving up that touchdown, that long drive to start this football game, they have come back with some really stout defensive effort.
Absolutely. They're playing with absolute Vardaman swarm mentality. They are spotting the football, and, I mean, my goodness, it seems like there's like 5 white jerseys around that one player with the ball. It's unreal.
So the Mustangs getting set to punt. Therese Harrison at the 30-yard line getting set to receive. And it looks like Manor wants to call a timeout. And they will call a timeout to talk things over. Xavier Weaver, the junior, wearing number 90. Not often you see a punter rocking 90. At least these days. Four seconds into the second quarter, it was a fairly fast first quarter because it was just Noah Devonish running all over the place. All right, here we go. Ball's on the 42-yard line. Xavier Weaver getting set to punt. It's Therese Harrison back to receive around the 30-yard line. Low snap, ball's bobbled, and he just gets it off. No flag is thrown. It bounces around the 45, crosses midfield. Weaver wanted a flag. So did some of the coaching staff on the Manor sideline, but the reality is low snap. Not much you can do there.
Not much you can do, yeah. Just a tough start for the Mustangs. I mean, it looked like for a second there they were starting to get a rhythm, had a good response after the first Noah Devonish touchdown, but right now it just seems like the Raiders wanted more. The Raiders wanted more, and now they have an opportunity to go up 28-7, 3 scores early in the second quarter.
Here's Snoga, empty set, 4 receivers left side. It's Jake McGill. He grabs it, and had great blocking upfield, but a nice effort defensively by the Mustangs to undercut that blocking and hold that, what could have been a very big pass play, to about 5 yards. Raiders going no huddle again. They are working quickly. It's second down at about 5 from the Mustangs' 48. Snoga back to Dylan Subak, and Subak was looking, oh my, for Christian Hall. They were trying something fancy. They put Tillman Subak in.
Love to see Matt Leonard try that 2-quarterback formation right there. Didn't catch the defense off guard, but love the splash play.
The Raiders have had a number of splash plays this season. Matt Leonard, first season as the offensive coordinator, so many years as the Hutto Hippos offensive coordinator. Tyler Burchett in motion. Snoga on third down. The rock goes to Devin Patterson. And Patterson just keeps those feet moving, gets close to the first down marker. Where do they spot him? They say he's down at the 38. Is that going to be enough?
I'm going to say it's fourth down. He's just short.
Fourth down and a yard. 38-yard line. Raiders need to get to the 39. They're going with the Wildcat package. This has been a great offset package for the Raiders. It's Christian Hall, quarterback, and there's a flag. And hold on, there's some extracurriculars on the near side. Carter Copeland and Amiri Ennis getting into it. No flag on that extracurricular, but there is a false start on the Raiders offense. And so that'll push him back. Let's see what they do here. Snoga coming out to play quarterback. Raiders stay aggressive. And why not?
Why not? Very well said, Tyler. Last game of the season. Let's go out with a bang.
10:44 left in this opening half. It's 21-7. Raiders out in front thanks to 3 Noah Devonish touchdown runs. Here's Snoga. It looked like offside. Free play. Snoga lets it fly. And it is out of the reach of Jake McGill. No flag.
No flag.
Wow. It looked like the Mustangs jumped, no?
Yeah, it looked like the Mustangs jumped, and it looked like Snoga, snapped that ball. And
no, there is a flag. Hold on. There is a flag.
There we go. Good eye, Tyler. Comes the official. There we go. Offsides.
Okay. I was like, am I going crazy? Oh, it's been a long season. No, it's been a fun season. This has been so much fun. Anyone who's been listening, on behalf of Kayla and myself, the entire Vype crew, I just want to thank you for tuning in all season long. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, big shout out to my partner, Tyler Feldman. Incredible play-by-play all year. And a special thank you to Merrill for giving us this opportunity to tell these stories under the Friday night lights.
Man, that sounded scripted.
I practiced this one in the morning.
You spent all week writing that.
Yep. Finally was able to bust it out.
As the Raiders bust out a first down, chains are moving. They get it done. And here we go. 10-20 and counting. In this second quarter, Snoga with Patterson on his left hip. He's got 3 receivers to his right. Drops back. Floats it for Patterson. In the flat, Patterson with blocking up front. And he has enough blocking to get into the end zone. Jake McGill, the blocker. Devin Patterson, the touchdown rusher. A touchdown pass from Dylan Snoga. But is there a flag on the play? Hold on. The officials are gathering at the 25-yard line, in between the hash marks. What will we see here?
You should have seen Dylan Snoga's reaction after he went to go celebrate. He turned around and went, oh no, but he's lucky.
Holding on the defense. Penalty is declined, so it's a touchdown for the Raiders. What an excellent play.
Absolutely. Getting all the playmakers involved. Everyone's eating tonight. This beautiful night in Austin. Another touchdown for the Raiders. Wow.
The Raiders. 10-12 left in this second quarter. It's now about to be, and I don't want to speak too soon, the extra point is up. The extra point is good. Cooper Togus makes it 28-7 after the long touchdown pass. Well, I guess short pass and long touchdown run. Dylan Snoga finding his man Devin Patterson's second receiving touchdown of the season. And it is 28-7, 10-12 left in the second quarter. We'll be right back on Vype Live after this.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
We are back at Mustang Stadium. How about this? Look at this moon. What a beautiful shot. Kalen Hernandez rocking it tonight. Unbelievable views here in Manor, Texas. And unbelievable views on the field as well as the Raiders lead 28-7. And there's Knox Edmonds. He's from England. And he boots that one into the end zone for a touchback. Knox Edmonds, I was speaking on the sideline with head coach Brian Vardaman earlier tonight before the game, and he said, hey, look out for 15. Knox Edmonds. You know, Cooper Tokus has been so good all season long, but he's a senior. You've got to prep the next generation, right? And Knox Edmonds comes in from England. And, you know, they play a different style of football across the pond, and that doesn't matter, though, here when you're a kicker, because you're booting that ball regardless.
He's booting that ball regardless, yes, and just unreal for him to get this opportunity tonight. Good preparation for next year.
Coach Vardaman telling me, hey, look, we just got to give him a little taste of what it's like to be out there. And he got a little taste right there, a touchback. 10 minutes left here in the second quarter. It's a 28-7 lead for the Raiders on top of the Mustangs. Again, this has been a tough season for Manor. They're 0-9, and it has just not gone their way this season. Numbers not as great as they have been, as Andre Terry gets the rock and rolls out to the far side, maybe gets a yard or two on that second down run. .9:30 and counting. If we go through the schedule for Manor this season, 49-14 loss at Bowie, 56-0 loss to Harker Heights, 56-7 loss at Hutto, 49-14 loss against Westwood, 63-0 loss at Round Rock, 49-14 loss to Stony Point, 62-13 loss at Vandegrift, 44-10 loss at Vista Ridge. And then as the ball is loose, Powers Wallace picks it up, and he could go all the way. A fumble recovered by Powers Wallace, and he powers into the end zone for a defensive touchdown for these Raiders.
Every side of the ball tonight. Wow. Defense making a play, and what a special moment for Powers Wallace, who has done all the dirty work this season, making tackles on that defense, just being an absolute anchor, and final game of the season gets rewarded with a touchdown.
Powers Wallace, the junior Mike, making things happen. He scooped and scored. Love to see it. A defensive touchdown for these Raiders. And just to continue, what a tough season it's been for Manor. Last week it was a loss, 42-21 at McNeil. So none of their games have been close this season, as the extra point from Cooper Togus is up and good. 8:48 left to go here in this first half. It is all Raiders, 35-7. We'll be right back after this on Vype Live.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Manor, Texas, the site of tonight's 25-6A matchup between the Mustangs and the Raiders. Last year, the Mustangs won this game. Don't think that's going to be the case this year as we look at the 25-6A standings. All but set for the most part. We will have some score updates as we get to halftime, but Vandegrift and Hutto atop the standings with 6-1 district records. Behind them, it's Round Rock and McNeil with 5-2 records, and then Vista Ridge with a 4-3 record. So there is some shuffling that could happen, but you see Cedar Ridge in 6th place at 3-4. They'll likely be 4-4 after tonight's game. Oh, so close. A couple plays here, a couple plays there, Kalen, and things could have been a lot different this season.
Totally, yeah. I mean, it's been quite a roller coaster for the Raiders. I mean, they had games where we both know they were the better team on that field, and just small plays where they shoot themselves in the foot, whether it's a holding call that stalls a drive or a big defensive penalty. But then they also have great moments, like 2 weeks ago when Big Play Jay caught the game winner. Just, again, big up and down season, but overall, Coach Vardaman can't be too disappointed with the outcome. An upgrade from last year.
No doubt. With the win tonight, Cedar Ridge will have as many wins this season as they did combined the past 2 seasons. So that is a major upgrade. Mustangs are passing. Ball gets deflected at the line by Jamie Hernandez. It could be Jaime, and I do apologize, but a great play nonetheless. (35-7) lead for the Raiders. Here's Huff. He drops it off for House, and House trickles his way across the 30-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and about 5, 3rd and 4 for these Mustangs. Ball spotted on the 32-yard line. They need to get to the 35. Eight minutes and counting here left in this first half. Snap, and Brody Carraz is there immediately. What a great play. Or is that Ryder Fitch? Excuse me. Ryder Fitch, the senior defensive end, with a great play through the line. Carraz is on the field as well. And that'll set up a 4th down, so another punt time for these Mustangs.
Again, that Raiders defense swarm mentality. I mean, every yard extremely hard to get for the Mustangs. And again, we're almost halfway through this second quarter, and it's looking like this one can get ugly, Tyler.
Snap is good. Weaver just gets that punt off. It bounces at the 47, goes across midfield, and it is touched at the 45-yard line of the Raiders. So, hey, more good field position for Cedar Ridge, and they've certainly utilized that field position here tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, not only that, they're doing it in – they're getting ultimate wow points, during this touchdown. I mean, again, whether it's Devonish taking it to the house or the defense making a play, I mean, right now Cedar Ridge is playing as good of a game as you can.
Cedar Ridge 3-1 on the road this season. They've been much better away from home. 7 minutes left. It's Snoga, leaves it for Devonish, makes one cut across midfield, and another 10-yard gain. Boy, oh boy, Devonish Came into this one tonight averaging nearly 8 yards a carry, and I'm sure that number and that average is going up thanks to what he's doing here this evening. Snoga, no huddle. Back to Devenish, this time left side, following his blockers. He's still untouched across the 40 and finally pushed out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. 25-yard line.
Just an absolute X factor. I mean, everyone knows he's getting the ball, and when you can still average, I mean, at this point, it seems like 20 yards a carry. I mean, wow, what a way to keep these chains moving.
6:30 left in this second quarter. There is a whistle and a timeout called by the Manor coaching staff. We'll stay here at Mustang Stadium, home of the Manor Mustangs. Caitlin, right now, this is how you would like to see the Raiders in their final game of this season. Look, you're not playing for playoffs. We get that. But you're playing for pride, and you're playing, if you're a senior, possibly your last football game ever. Because football is one of those sports, at least tackle football. Yeah, you could get involved in some flag football in college. You can get involved in some club activities as an adult, but unlike softball or baseball or basketball, there's no pickup football really. And so for a lot of these kids, this is it. And you have to remember those memories that you've cherished for your entire childhood. And then for the parents watching their kids through the years. I mean, there's a lot of emotions that fill the air here tonight in Manor on both sidelines.
Absolutely emotional for those kids tonight. I mean, they'll remember these moments for the rest of their life, and I'm sure they know what they're coming into, and just beautiful moment.
As we have a beautiful run from Devenish for another first down. Another 10-plus run for the senior back. He is shifty.
Absolutely shifty. To my point, you know, it's a privilege. It's a privilege to play football, Texas high school football, under these Friday night lights, and these kids have put on a show every single week, and I just want to give all of them credit and thank them for making this an awesome time in the broadcast.
Back to Devenish, and Devenish waltzes into the end zone. Oh, he does it again. His fourth touchdown run of this ball game, and the Raiders are running away with this one.
Just as I mentioned earlier, if you have that man on your fantasy team, you are one happy fella. 4 touchdowns in the first half, just unreal. They're just able to walk it in. You know, he knows he's got the sauce today, and wow, potentially 42-7 after this kick.
Snap is good, hold is good, extra point is up, extra point is good. 6:03 left in this second quarter. Thanks to Noah Devenish's 4th touchdown run of the season. He's now got 14 touchdown runs all season long. His 4th touchdown run of this game. It is a big-time lead. We'll be right back with more Raiders football on Vype Live.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Hutto is leading McNeil 28-21. Vandegrift is up on Round Rock 7-3 at halftime. As we go around some of these scores, District 25 6A. Another big one, Vista Ridge leading Westwood 17-7 with about 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Again, as it sits right now, if McNeil loses to Hutto, they will drop to 5-3. If Vista Ridge beats Westwood, they will improve to 5-3 in district play. And then if Round Rock loses to Vandegrift, They will also be 5-3. So there's a chance that Round Rock, McNeil, and Vista Ridge are all 5-3 in district play. And then we've got to go to the tiebreaker book as Huff has a wide open man downfield. Uh-oh. Can anyone catch him? Finally, they do get to him. It is Darius Morrow finally catching up to Jaden Cyphers. A big-time pass play from their own 25-yard line. Ball gets planted on the 7-yard line of Cedar Ridge. So a big splash play for the Mustangs. Holy cow.
Beautiful throw right in the bucket. Nothing but green grass ahead of him. But what a way for the Cedar Ridge defender to hawk him down and prevent that touchdown. I thought he was gone there for a second.
Not so fast, my friend. Have to credit the hustle by Darius Morrow, the senior, saying not today. Not so fast. 5:52 remaining in this first half. Mustangs with the chance to put some points on the board. First and goal from the 6. Here's Huff. Leaves it for his back. Doesn't get much. Actually loses a yard, so it'll be on the 7-yard line now. Second and goal from the 7. It is kind of hard to see the numbers off the red jerseys for Manor. Maybe I'm just getting old.
I think I agree with you. I mean, that black and red contrast is tough to see from up here.
5:14 left on this second quarter clock. Man in motion. The Rock, left side. Terry forced out of bounds by Morrow. So Morrow with another big stop. Andre Terry trying to find the end zone for his third rushing touchdown of this season. Clock continues to tick-tock. 4:50 left in this first half. It's third and goal from the 3-yard line. Here we go. Opportunity for a stand for this Cedar Ridge defense. 4:30 on this clock. Here's Huff. Leaves it. No, it's a fake, and it's incomplete. Thought they were going to leave that football for David Grant. Instead, they throw right side to Andre Terry, incomplete. Sets up a 4th down and 3. Let's see what the Mustangs do here.
Seems like Huff will stay on that field, and don't have the book with me, but it would probably say to go for it in this case.
Down 42-7, yes, that's what they're doing here. It's Huff at quarterback. Cam Huff, the senior, completed about 52% of his passes this season. It's Terry on his right hip. It's Teron House behind. Now it's Terry in motion right side. Here's Huff. Rolls right. Gets pressured. Tucks it. And gets... Did he get enough? He stretches over the goal line for the touchdown. Josh Gentry thought he stopped him. But Huff puffs his way across the goal line for the end zone visit.
Very much like a Michael Jordan Space Jam like extension right there, like unreal. Thought he was going to get tackled short there, sticks out that football, hits the pylon. Way to get the Mustangs back on the board.
Extra point is up and good off the foot of Weaver. There's a flag, so hold on a second.
I think they're pointing to the Raiders. Might decline it.
Now the officials commiserating with head coach James Keller on the near sideline. Extra point is good. So it's 42-14. Off the touchdown, QB keeper, Cam Huff, makes it a 42-14 ball game. 4:17 to go here in the opening half. More Raiders football when we come back right here on Vype Live. And we are back. Week 11 of this Texas high school football season. It seems like just yesterday I met Kalen Hernandez for the first time. I met head coach Brian Vardaman for the first time. And we kicked off this 2025 season together. It's been so much fun. And it does look like, Kalen, that the fun will continue into next season with the way the Raiders are closing out their season here tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, the confidence in these last two games that these kids have been playing with. I mean, like I said, it's been a roller coaster of a season, and they've shown nothing but fight and integrity throughout all of it. I mean, a lot of growth from a lot of these kids, a lot of growth from first-time head coach here at Cedar Ridge, Brian Vardaman. You saw it throughout the season. They're finishing strong tonight. It's been awesome. It's been awesome this season, Tyler. This has been fun to do with you.
And this is just all around a great coaching staff. We haven't given enough credit to Jody Littleton. We've talked about Matt Leonard a lot. Brian Gaylor, the special teams coordinator. I remember meeting him week 1 at Buda Johnson as Snoga fires deep and it comes up just short. Intended receiver Carter Copeland. But a lot of special that we got to experience this season. And it's just fun to highlight these kids, see them grow from week 1 now to week 11. Again, helping provide that soundtrack to these football games. As Christian Hall, the wheel round, there's a flag might be coming back. It could be a hold with the placement of where that yellow flag is. A nice run, courtesy of Christian Hall, but I think it's coming back. Let's see.
Oh, personal foul.
Oh, face mask on the defense. I stand corrected. 15-yard penalty. So the Raiders will be moving upfield with 4:03 left in this second quarter. Wait, so now they're changing it. They just, the head official just changed that the face mask was on the offense. And now there's more meetings being had between the officials. So who's it on? May need to call Sherlock Holmes. What's going on here? And now the Cedar Ridge coaching staff is closer to the situation.
Seems like... Oh.
Wait.
Oh. Not sure what the discussion is now.
Well, right now they haven't moved one way or the other.
It's like a tug-of-war match. Which side is going to prevail? Oh, going to talk now. I think these kids just want to play some football.
The Zebras are grazing midfield. In between the hash marks now. Let's go on this safari with them. What's the decision? What's the decision? We're going to get another signal from the official here. His third signal. Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh.
Personal foul, face mask on the offense. Okay, so after all that, just to catch you up to speed, it was initially whistled face mask on the defense, and then they came back and signaled it on the offense. And then after some conversations on both sidelines, they came back and said it was a face mask on the offense. How about that?
Well,
ball's marked at the 12-yard line. 4:03 left in the second quarter. It's all Raiders. If you're watching us, you can see the score, 42-14. A little bit of breathing room, I'd say, for Cedar Ridge right now. Okay, here we go. First and long for these Raiders. Dylan Snoga. He puts Tyler Burchett in motion. Handoff goes to Noah Devonish. And Devonish gets around the outside, stays in bounds across the 40, and pushed across the 45-yard line. The kid is just unbelievable.
He stepped out of bounds.
Oh, they're saying he stepped out of bounds around the 30-yard line. 33-yard line, they say he stepped out. What a great run, regardless.
Seems like the out-of-bounds line is the only thing that's tackling him down that sideline tonight. I mean,
you don't say. Second and short. A big man handoff to Arion Gaddison. Good luck stopping him.
Turning back the clock there. I mean,
typically an offensive lineman, and for good reason. You got to love it. He's
love it. that wishbone offense.
Coach is fired up.
Lovely moment right there.
The senior offensive lineman was probably begging all season to get one touch, and finally Coach said to heck with it. Snoga pressured, Fletch out of the pocket. Now he steps up, has room across midfield. He's galloping across the 30, 10, 5, touchdown. Dylan Snoga. 62 yards. What a run for the junior quarterback.
Are these Cedar Ridge players having a competition on who can score the coolest touchdown today, Tyler? I mean, wow, galloping like a Mustang against the Mustangs. I mean, unreal. Wow. Again, we talked about those legs all season, and it's really nice to see the kid right there finally break a big one for a touchdown right there. Wow.
And we know Dylan Snoga can run, averaging 4 yards a carry coming into this ball game. That's actually his 5th rushing touchdown of the season. He can do it with his legs. He can do it with his arm. And he's had a little bit of a roller coaster ride this season, but there's been so much good to see from Dylan Snoga's game. Man, I just can't wait to see what he's able to do in the offseason and then next season, his senior year.
Absolutely. He's going to polish some of the holes in his game. And again, we've seen the growth all season. This kid has been resilient. You know, I mean, early on in the season, had that cramping issue, but that didn't stop him. You know, this kid wants to play football. He's a tough kid, and just nice to see the growth this season.
Yes, indeed. And what a run. I thought he was down and out, but he found a hole, stayed alive, and then showed off the speed as Cooper Tokus' extra point is up and good. 3:05 left here in the first half. It is Raiders 49, Mustangs 14. We'll be right back here on Vype Live.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
We are back here at Mustang Stadium. It is all Raiders. So appreciate you being with us here. Week 11, the final game of the season for both of these football teams. It's been a tough year for Manor without a win, but it does look like for Cedar Ridge, they are going to close out this season on a very high note. A win tonight would give them 5 wins, which would combine their win total from the previous 2 seasons. So many strides taken this year under first-year head coach Brian Vardaman as Togus toes it. Bounces around the 8-yard line. It is fielded in the end zone, and it's brought out across the 20, and then a trio of Raiders there to take him down. Jalen Fenix tried to get around and find some space, but not enough a strong special teams effort there by the Raiders. And if you're just joining us and seeing the score and wondering what the heck has happened here in the first half, Noah Devonish, 4 touchdown runs. Dylan Snoga, a little touchdown pass to Devin Patterson. And then Snoga just ran 62 yards, QB keeper. That's how they got 49. Cam Huff with a couple touchdowns, one on the ground, one through the air for this Manor offense. As Huff, play action, flushed out, Powers Wallace chasing Huff. Huff gets it away, and it is holding! Jalen Phoenix, the sophomore, saying, yes, I can, and the Mustangs are in business.
That was an NFL-esque pitch and catch. I mean, on the run, down the sideline, right in the bucket. Wow, what a throw by Huff right there.
On the run, indeed. It was a very impressive throw, and Cam Huff has really been the entirety of this offense. He hasn't had a lot of opportunities, has 5 passing touchdowns, 6 rushing touchdowns on the season, but he's had his opportunities, and we're seeing that here right now. Huff, handoff, House, up the middle. Marked down at the 38-yard line, so with about 2 minutes to go, this might be the final play before the 2-minute timeout. We'll see. It will be. So we'll take a quick timeout. The 2-minute timeout is whistled, and we will be right back here on Vype Live.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Noah Devonish with 4 rushing touchdowns tonight. Spectacular all season long. He really should be in consideration for some of the highest district honors this season, despite the fact that Cedar Ridge won't be in the playoffs. You just think he's down, and he's not. He's low to the ground. He's shifty. He's fast. He's got the speed. And he's been flanked by a couple of other really strong running backs as well, in Devin Patterson, the junior, and fellow senior Christian Hall. Here come Huff and the Mustangs. On second down, heavy pressure, lets it fly, and it is nearly, they throw the flag. I can't believe that. The pass was intended for David Grant. It was great coverage by Trent Bell, as well as his counterpart out there, Zion Thorne. It didn't really look like the ball was catchable, but the flag was thrown anyway. They do whistle pass interference on the defense, so it'll be first down for the Mustangs. A tough call.
Tough one right there. I mean, bang, bang play. Sometimes they'll get you, sometimes they don't. And right there, it's going to be 15 yards for the Mustangs.
$1:53 left on the clock here in this first half. Little trickeration, ball's fumbled, it's loose. Benny Sears has a chance. Who wants it? Mustangs fall on it. So Manor tries trickeration again, and again, a near turnover as a result of that attempt. They just can't seem to hang on to the football on these reverses behind the line. As the clock continues to tick-tock, about a minute left in this first half. Second and long for the Mustangs. Huff rolling left and connects. Phoenix across the 30, across the 25. And finally pushed out of bounds with 52 seconds on the clock. Again, Huff on the run, showing that he can sling it. So still not enough for a third down. It's about 3rd and 8 from the 23-yard line. Low snap. Huff, heavy pressure. He's blitzed. He's nearly taken down. He's still on his feet. He lets it fly, and it is almost intercepted. Off the fingertips of Powers Wallace, who dropped back in coverage.
Edge just came screaming as soon as the ball was snapped. Surprised Huff was even able to get a throw off right there.
Likewise. And so there's 43 seconds left in this second quarter. You figure they're going for it here on 4th down. Trailing by 5 touchdowns. Got nothing else to lose. Here's Huff on 4th down. Flings it over the middle, and it's overthrown. Incomplete. No one was in the area, and so turnover on downs, 38 seconds left. I think if you're Cedar Ridge, you take a knee and you go into the locker room up big.
Yeah, I mean, you've had a dominant first half. No urgency here. Take a knee and talk about how wonderful of a season this has been at halftime. I know Coach Vardaman's proud of these boys tonight.
You can tell it's been one of those seasons for Manor, just the energy at their home field, not what you'd like it to be. Cedar Ridge looks like they might be going for something deep. They've got a 4-receiver set, Noah Devonish on the left hip of Snoga in motion. Fakes it to Snoga, inside to Christian Hall, and Hall has blockers up front, breaks one tackle, tries to break another, and gets to about the 30-yard line. So a gain of about 7, 25 seconds left. We have an injured Mustang on the field. We will take a quick breather and have more of this late second half action when we come back on Vype Live.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Back here in Manor, Texas, Tyler Feldman, Kalen Hernandez, so glad you've been spending your Friday evening with us. Final week of the regular season here. Texas high school football. It's been a treat to be with you covering these Raiders all season long. Kalen, a lot of great memories. Some good ones, some not so good ones. One that sticks out to me was 2 weeks ago, that 38-35 comeback win on senior night. If you caught our pregame interview with head coach Brian Vardaman, he talked about play-by-play, that hook and ladder play. They made it 63 yards with about 23 seconds left in that ball game. It was chilling to hear him talk about it, and it was just such a fun game to be a part of as well.
Just an absolutely beautiful moment, and absolutely blessed to be in the booth for that call. You absolutely crushed it, Tyler, and they crushed it on the field. Just perfect execution, and these boys have wowed us all season.
A really talented senior class, and head coach Brian Vardaman, as there's a false start on the offense, talked about what this senior class has meant to him in his first season as head coach of this program, talking about how this senior class has laid the foundation for years to come with this Cedar Ridge Raider football program. 19 seconds left in this first half. Raiders call a timeout, I guess to talk things out. You look at last season, 2 wins. The season prior, 3 wins. They're going to have 5 wins at the end of the first season under Brian Vardaman, the coaching staff that he brought on, the passion that he has for the game and for the kids and wanting to build a strong community. And we've seen that with Cedar Ridge football in the past, but it's been a thing of the past as of late. You look at a season like this, and you can build off a 5-win season.
Absolutely. You can build off a 5-win season. And again, I mean, to combine the total of your win total of the last 2 seasons in your first year arriving as a head coach, I mean, that's wonders. That does wonders for a program. And I know the Cedar Ridge fans are excited for next season to just see the improvements Coach Vardaman makes in the offseason.
Second down, 19 seconds left. Snoga lets it fly. Christian Hall, the intended receiver, and it is batted down. Great defensive effort by the Mustangs. And the young man who made the play is slow to get up. He's actually still on the turf. Do hope he's okay.
Good to see him up.
Justin Parker, the senior. He's meant so much to this team. You never want to go out without a win. Coming back week after week to help his team. So 12 seconds left. Snoga on third down will just hand it off to Noah Davidish. And Davidish, there he goes, across the 40, across midfield. He's still going across the 20, 10, 5. How about 5 first-half touchdowns for the senior, Noah Davidish? The kid is a running highlight reel. And he's dancing with the offensive line in the end zone.
Wow. Just wow. I mean, putting on a show tonight. 5 touchdowns. I mean, wow. That's got to be one of the best district halves for our running back, I mean, this season. Unbelievable.
Insane. Improbable, yet probable. On the final play of the first half, Noah Davidish takes that ball all the way downfield for his 5th rushing touchdown of this first half, his 15th rushing touchdown of the season. 24 minutes down. We've still got 24 minutes to go. After one half of play, it's Cedar Ridge 56. It's Manor 14. We'll have the marching bands in halftime next, and then after the second half of action from Manor, Texas.
and gentlemen, the Manor Mustang Band and Color Guard. Directors of the Manor Mustang Band are Andrew Quinn, Ralph Parra, Tyler Hamilton, and Carlos Soto. The Manor Mustang Band wishes a great debt of gratitude to our parents, community supporters for all of your help and support this season. We could not have done it without you. The Manor Mustang Band wishes the Cedar Ridge Band and Color Guard the best of luck at BOA San Antonio tomorrow morning. Welcome back to the second half. Score your Mustangs 14, Raiders 56.
Second half about to get underway here between the Manor Mustangs and the Cedar Ridge Raiders. All Raiders in that first half, leading 56-14. Final 24 minutes of the season for both these teams here tonight. Tyler Feldman alongside my good friend, Kalen Hernandez. So glad you're joining us for this second half on Vype Live. The biggest story of that first half, Kalen, we have to talk about it. Noah Devonish, the senior running back, scored 5 rushing touchdowns, including one big one to end the first half. I reached out to some people within the Cedar Ridge football community here at the game tonight. I'm told he had 316 rushing yards alone in the first half, which is just insane.
Absolutely insane. I mean, if you missed this first half, you missed probably one of the greatest performances in any half in football history. I mean, 300 yards, 5 touchdowns, unheard of. eclipsing over 60 total fantasy points for those who like to keep track of that. Just unreal.
My man Kalen's playing fantasy football at the high school level. Here's Cam Huff. Little to no space. Well, still on his feet. And finally, pushed down. And Powers Wallace and Trent Bell say they have the football. Who's got it?
They're celebrating.
Raiders say they have it. And yes, they do. A turnover on the first play from scrimmage to start the second half, and that was a small story in the first half. Noah Devonish coming into this game averaging 120 rushing yards a game, and what he's done is just outlandish. His 7th game of rushing for more than 100 yards this season. He has been talented, and the Raiders will certainly miss him as Tillman Subak hands it off to Christian Hall, and Hall stumbles his way for about 5 yards. But Noah Devonish, 316, 5 touchdowns first half. What? Excuse me? Come again?
Unheard of. I mean, my goodness. Like, wow. Putting on a show for everyone in the crowd tonight and everyone watching from home as well.
Subak gives it back to Hall, and Hall still on his feet, spins around for a first down. Tough run, Christian Hall, another senior back who head coach Brian Vardaman will certainly miss next season. He's making sure his talented guys get their last stuff out here on the field tonight. Subak on first down. Back to Christian Hall. Wheels around the right side and goes untouched into the end zone. Another rushing touchdown, the first of the game for the Raiders, and he is raising the roof as it is about to explode here in Manor.
Just a split-up hat trick with Devonish taking most of the load, but all 3 of those playmakers in the backfield finally getting in the end zone tonight, and the Raiders are rolling tonight, just absolutely unstoppable on offense. What a performance.
And the clock is officially running. This one, a running clock, so Cooper Togus, extra point is good with about 9 minutes to go in this third quarter. It's a running clock. It's 63-14. This one out of hand after the Christian Hall touchdown. It is all Raiders. And I'm trying to pull up Noah Devonish's stats this season just to give you a sense. Can we get a game log? Okay, here we go. He had 195 rushing yards 2 weeks ago against McNeil. That was the closest he got to 200. Tonight, 316 in one half alone. That's insane.
Unbelievable. I mean,
touchdowns in every game but 2 this season.
You can give me 1,000 carries out there right now, and I don't even think I'd eclipse 300 yards. To do that in a half, I mean, what a special talent. Unreal.
Kalen, I don't know, seeing you hustle to try and figure out this this crowd bike for audio outside, pretty impressive. I don't know. Don't doubt yourself like that.
You know, I have a little bit of grit. A little bit of
A
grit.
little bit of grit. I've seen a season full of your grit. I miss doing this with you every Friday night.
Oh, man.
I guess until next year.
Couldn't have done it without your guidance, Tyler.
And I couldn't have done it without your support. It's a 2-man show. Or actually, 3-man show. Randy Fry back making sure we are sounding as great as we possibly can on quality control. So thankful for everyone at Vype Live. Takes a lot of people to make this happen week in and week out. Looking up some scores across 25-6A. Again, there are some games that really do still matter as House gets the rock and he gets stopped after 1 or 2 yards. Westwood jumping out in front of Vista Ridge in the third quarter. It is now 27-17 Westwood. If Vista Ridge loses, that makes things a lot easier. That's a game that Vista Ridge needs to win. McNeil, meanwhile, trailing in the third quarter to Hutto, 31-28, a high-scoring affair out in Hutto, home of the Hippos. And then in the fourth quarter, it is Vandegrift 14, Round Rock 3. So there's a chance this whole headache means nothing if Vista Ridge loses. That's crazy. Again, running clock, 6 minutes left in this third quarter. With the running clock, it seems like Kalen will be able to get to bed before his bedtime. Cam Huff across the middle, batted down. Arion Gaddison saying, gotcha.
Brings up fourth down.
So fourth down. It's been one of those seasons for Manor, one that you never hope for any team. It's tough. They're going to go winless, 0-10. Cedar Ridge will get back to 500 with the win tonight. 5-5 overall, 4-4 in district play. Botch snap, and Xavier Weaver just falls on it at the 21-yard line.
Just one of those nights, huh?
Well, it's been one of those seasons. I don't think this is any different than what other opponents have seen this season from Manor. A team that just looks lost with very little direction right now, and it's tough to see. You never want a team to go winless. But you have to give the kids credit for coming back out week after week to try and give it their best effort.
Drum's coming in hot.
5 minutes left in this third quarter. Here's Tillman Subak. Flanked by Noah Devenish on the right and Christian Hall on the left. Handoff goes to Devenish. Little counter, right to left, and he bulldozes his way to about the 15-yard line.
Gain of 7 yards on the play, brings up second down.
Second and 3 from the 15. There's Subak, the senior quarterback. Low snap, able to get it to Christian Hall, and Hall slices his way and bulldozes through to about the 3-yard line. Nice run there by Christian Hall.
Are the Raiders here going to give Noah a chance to get to 6 maybe?
Well.
You know he wants it. He's probably begging on that sideline.
We do live in a greedy world right now.
You can say that again.
Christian Hall, I'm sure, would love to get his second. Heck, maybe you let Tillman Subak keep it.
Who's going to be the lucky one to cap off this drive? We'll see. Let's go.
3:30 left on this third quarter clock. Another low snap, and Christian Hall is able to recover that football.
Snap bobbled, recovered by number 4. Raiders.
So let's see here. You've got a couple defensive linemen coming out. That's Arion Gaddison and Robert Castillo. Oh. So let's see what happens here.
Keep an eye on number 99. I know he's not in that football game right now for no reason.
Well, hold on Are they trying the tush push? Was that the tush? And the ball's loose. Hold on a second. It's picked up. Goodness gracious. I don't believe it. The Mustangs take it all the way downfield for the touchdown. The Raiders tried the tush push, and it didn't work out. The ball just laying on the field. And who got it? Samaj Gordon. Coast to coast. And just like that, the Mustangs are a little bit closer. Still far away, but closer than what they were a few seconds ago.
I mean, even in a game where you're up by 49 points, you can still get too cute, and right there they tried to get cute and somehow results in a Mustangs touchdown. Wow, unreal.
That was a too cute situation. I'm not sure what that was. Seems like someone forgot the football. Extra point is up. Extra point is... Well, hold on a second. Flag's on the play.
Everyone's sticking on the field. Oh, it looks like it's going to be on the Raiders. Talking to the Mustangs coach. I think he just declined it.
All right, penalty on the Raiders. It's declined, so the extra point is up and good with about 1:34 left in this third quarter. Samaj Gordon. Scoop and score. And it's a 63-21 ball game. Tyler Feldman, Kalen Hernandez. So glad you're with us here on this final game of the regular season for both of these teams. It's been all Raiders. The running attack has been incredible, unstoppable. Noah Devonish, 316 rushing yards in the first half. 5 touchdowns in the first half. Dylan Snoga had that long touchdown run. Christian Hall found the end zone. They've been all over the place. As we go back to the scoreboard, we've got to check out these other games in the area, because that's really what's keeping people awake tonight. As Weaver boots it, short one, received around the 15 by Malachi Suh, and Suh crossed the 30. He's now across the 40, still going, and finally pushed down around the 41-yard line. About 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It's Vandergrift hanging on to a 17-9 lead over Round Rock. Elsewhere, that Vista Ridge Westwood game's a big one.
It'll be the end of the quarter.
Running clock, quarter ends. Vista Ridge now jumps up in front. So it was 27-17 in the third quarter. Now it's 31-27 Vista Ridge. So that one is shaping up to be a classic. The Rangers with a pick 6. Wow. Unbelievable. So keep an eye on that game as well. And then Hutto and McNeil, it is Hutto with about 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, leading McNeil 45-35. So the eyes need to be looking at that Westwood Vista Ridge game, because that's the one that could really shake things up. Meanwhile, here in Manor, 36 minutes down, 12 minutes to go. It's the Raiders all over the Mustangs, 63-21. A running clock here in the second half after that Christian Hall touchdown early on in this third quarter. Tillman Subak back at quarterback. Leaves it for Hall. Hall spinning, rotating, and getting ripped down by a trio of Mustangs, including Jaden Cyphers in there. 30 seconds into this fourth quarter. Jake McGill near side, back out. 4 receivers set for Tillman Subak here on second down and about 6. Oh, low snap again and more flags. That's been an issue all night. Andres Torres handling the snapping duties and just hasn't been able to figure it out tonight. and that'll send them back a little bit.
There were some keys found in the ladies' restroom on the visitor side. There were some keys found in the ladies' restroom. You are missing your keys. They have been found.
Here's Subak. Looks for Hall, and Hall drops it. And finally, the whistle blows.
Keys will be at the concession stand on the visitor side. You have left your keys in the ladies' restroom. They are at the concession stand on the visitor side.
That's where we're at tonight. They just announced over the loudspeaker that someone left their keys in the women's restroom, and they're now at the concession stand. The loudest noise from the field right now, with the Raiders leading 63-21. All right, third down and about 11 for these Raiders. Subak gives it to Hall. Hall shimmies, shakes, inside, outside. He's got speed. He's got room across midfield and finally runs out of bounds near the 45-yard line. That was a nice run there, and we've seen that time and time again from Christian Hall during his senior season.
Just that rare combination of size and speed. Tough man to bring down, and kind of has that Derrick Henry stride where once he gets going, I mean, goodbye. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, there he goes. Christian Hall.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Christian Hall, his second touchdown of the game.
Touchdown Raiders.
Go crazy. Christian Hall. He does it again. What a fun night for this senior running back tandem of Noah Devonish and Christian Hall. Hall came in with 4 rushing touchdowns, 3 receiving touchdowns. So now he's got 6 rushing touchdowns, still 3 receiving touchdowns. So he has 9 touchdowns this season. Will he get to 10? Can he get to double digits? I guess we'll have to wait and see, as it's a bad snap. Jake McGill throws and he gets picked off. He tried to make something out of that. I think it was an okay snap, but McGill tried to grab it one-handed and was unsuccessful. So
I thought McGill had a chance right there with his legs, perhaps.
8 minutes and counting. It is now 69-21. After the second touchdown run of the season via the legs of Christian Hall. His second touchdown of the half. Down the far sideline. 7:40 and counting. Kalen, what was your favorite memory this season? Calling some Raiders football.
Favorite memory probably has to be when I fixed this crowd mic about right at halftime.
I know it's been on your mind all game, and you were able to solve the mystery at halftime, and we are so thankful for your efforts all season long.
No, but to be real, I mean, how can I not pick that awesome hook and ladder to game winner to big play Jake 2 weeks ago? I mean, that was probably one of the coolest games I'll ever see live, one of the most unreal finishes. Whole game was a roller coaster, and to see them come back like that and to win in that fashion on a night like that, I mean, it was an unreal moment, Tyler, and your electric call just amplified it even more. It was unreal all around.
Definitely my favorite moment as well. Those kids on this team this season, they'll be at their, I don't know, 20-year high school reunion, and they'll probably be talking about that game. Hey, do you remember senior night, the Palace, 38-35? It was crazy. Mustangs back on offense. Uh-oh, down the far sideline, out around the 45-yard line. Down to 6 minutes and counting in this 2025 season.
That's one of those stories that your dad will make up, you know, like, oh, back in my day, I caught the game-winning touchdown on senior night, you know, just to brag. And
big play, Jake. Big play, Jake.
That's a reality for Jake here. I mean, no lying there. You can watch the footage on Vype Live. I mean, wow. Well, a memory that kid will have for the rest of his life. Just
no doubt. Moment. Tackling certainly a mystery for Manor tonight defensively. It's been a big story in this one as Malachi Suh breaks through the line. Tackle for a loss. Well done, sir. Now 5 minutes to go. 69-21 lead for Cedar Ridge.
Second down.
2 more points than 6-7. I know that's been big with the kiddos these days.
I'm surprised you busted that joke up.
Well, I still have no idea what it means.
He's tapped in, folks. Trust me.
I'm locked in to a degree. Second down. It's a run. House gets brought down. Raiders bringing the fire. Josh Gentry there on the stop. And extracurriculars. Flags are flying. This is where it's out of hand. It's a blowout. You don't want to get beat like this last game of the season on your home field. But that's what's happening, and so that frustration definitely pouring out right now. Clock continues. Well, it is stopped right now as they figure things out. Okay. Looks like there's offsetting. Okay. All right.
A lot of discussion on the field tonight from the Zebras.
Well, they've had to gallop up and down the field. Too. We appreciate all the officials here across the country, in particular here in Central Texas, and the officiating crews across District 25 6A. It is a thankless job. But night in and night out, the game doesn't happen without the officials, right or wrong. I do want to give credit to what Brian Vardaman and his coaching staff have been able to produce this season. Clearly some talented guys, but reigniting the culture within the locker room and the community. You've seen it here this season. Third down. Flushed and sacked. What a play. Ryder Gillespie getting it done late. Talk about a senior memory for the senior linebacker. He wanted that one badly, and he got it. But, Kalen, what the coaching staff has accomplished. 5 wins total the last 2 seasons. 5 wins total this season alone. And that's spectacular. That's setting the pillars to build something special next year in the years after.
Setting the pillars for just some optimism, I mean. These Raider fans are blessed to have a coach like, you know, Coach Vardaman, you know, with those pregame interviews, getting to know him all season, getting the insight. I mean, seems like the Raiders lucked out. Got a good one running the ship.
And how about that? Cam Huff, the starting quarterback, he's not been the punter tonight, and that's the best punt of the night. So something they could have gone to earlier, but I guess not. So 2:50 left in this ball game.
Probably be the last time some of these seniors on offense run a snap.
And that's the tough decision, right? It's do you take the kneels? Do you kneel down and just end this ball game, or do you let your guys, your seniors, this could be their last? Do you let them go out there and do their thing? I guess we'll see.
Let's see what they got.
Yeah, you see Fabian Jaramillo. Remember, he caught a touchdown earlier in the season, but he's now rushing off the field. Another low snap, It's kept by Jake McGill, a quarterback, and McGill runs uphill. And he's fired up. Look at him hustling back. He wants as many snaps at quarterback as he can get here. 2:15 on the clock. Second and short.
I know I could sling the rock. Give me a chance.
Here's what you missed all season, Coach. Leading the team in receiving touchdowns with 5. Low snap, but gets it to Christian Hall, and Hall dancing. Hall dancing across the 40, across midfield. One man to beat, stiff arm, stays in bounds, and finally gets ripped down out of bounds around the 17-yard line. I thought he was going to go all the way.
Seems like that's been the theme of this game. I mean, unreal. Amazing handoff right there from Big Play Jake. Starting to show off a little bit.
1:30 left in this ball game. Looks like it will be an empty set for Jake McGill. Here's your shot, kid.
Let him sling it.
Big play, Jake. Shotgun. Malachi Sun motion, and he just kneels down. And that, well, we'll see. Maybe one more of those, and that'll be the ball game. .60 seconds remain. .20 seconds left on the play clock. 40 seconds left on the play clock as they just updated it.
There we go. Could be the last snap of the season, Tyler.
It likely will be. McGill takes the knee, and that'll do it.
And that will be the last play of the ball game.
The last play of the game. It's a Jake McGill kneel down. And the final score tonight from Manor, Texas. It's Cedar Ridge 69. It's the Mustangs 21. The Raiders ending their 2025 campaign on a high note, finishing the season at 500. An overall record of 5-5, a district record of 4-4. With the loss, the Mustangs finished the 2025 campaign winless. 0-10, 0-8 in 25 6A play. Kalen, your thoughts tonight? It was all Noah Devonish in the first half, 316 rushing yards, 5 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, what a way to conclude this season for the Raiders. You know, like I said, you know, even without, you know, a shot at the playoffs on the line, these kids were going to play with heart. Lots of memories to be made for some of those seniors out there, and you know, Noah's never going to forget this amazing night from him. I mean, all the kids had fun out there, and it can build this momentum, you know, going into this offseason, going into this next season. Just a lot of good to take away from the Cedar Ridge Raiders this season and Vardaman's first stint here.
And you see the emotions, the Raiders in the white jerseys, black bottoms, putting their arms around one another. A lot of seniors realizing that, hey, this could be it. You know, some may be playing at the next level. A lot should be. A lot of talented kids on this team. But just a tremendous way to end the season for these Cedar Ridge Raiders. Brian Vardaman came in and made a difference, brought in a great coaching staff, changed the culture at Cedar Ridge, totaling their win total from the last 2 seasons in 1 season alone. 5 wins this year. Just an incredible job. And going through what we saw tonight, again, 5 rushing touchdowns from Noah Devonish. Powers Wallace had a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Dylan Snoga had that long touchdown run. He also had that touchdown pass to Devin Patterson. Patterson will be back next season. And then Christian Hall with 2 second-half touchdowns. So a lot to be happy about if you're Cedar Ridge here tonight. I do want to thank everyone from Cedar Ridge and anyone who watched or is watching right now from the bottom of my heart. And from all of us here at Vype Live, we thank you for your support. We love supporting Cedar Ridge football here this season. But for my broadcast partner, Kaylin Hernandez, I want to thank you as well. A tremendous job making sure all the technical stuff was ready to go week in and week out. I could not have done this every Friday night without Kaylin. He really was spectacular start to finish. This was so much fun to do this with you, Kaylin. I also want to thank Randy Fry, who's back in studio making sure we were quality and sounded great here tonight. I'm Tyler Feldman saying so long one final time this season. It's the Raiders 69. It's the Mustangs 21. Get home safely, get some rest, hibernate for a whole winter, summer, and then we'll be back here with more Cedar Ridge football for year 2 of the Brian Vardaman era next season.